Hey, I'm just going to throw this to you, Dave, before we go through these bowl games this weekend. And thank you for joining us as always. CFBmatrix.com, everybody, for Dave Bartoo, who has joined us basically every week this year, and we're always grateful for his time that he gives to us. If I give you this Vegas-oriented statistic, I want you to try to top it. All right?
Okay.
That the Jaguars won last night and were a favorite for the first time in 42 games.
42 games?
42 games. This was the first time that they were a favorite. Beat that, Bartoo.
Is it a coincidence that Florida State, for the first time in their last 42 games, is a dog in the bowl?
Ooh.
Oh!
I still win.
Yeah, that's cool. Especially the NFL. I mean, can you imagine going that long? I mean, that's like what? 3 years being a straight dog, even at home in the NFL?
Almost 3 years.
NFL spreads aren't big. Everything's like less than a touchdown.
And they're in one of the worst divisions, too, with Houston and Tennessee.
Oh,
and
yeah. I mean,
Indianapolis is good, but
Indy's going to be a favorite over them. Houston's going to be a favorite over them.
Houston was the number one pick in the draft last year, and they were favored over them twice.
They're still going to be a favorite over them, yeah.
It's crazy. Dave, last time we talked to you, I said I was going to ask you this. The coaching changes that have happened.
Yeah.
These guys that have come in, Riley in Nebraska, Anderson going to Oregon State, Chris going to Wisconsin. What do you see with these coaches and how it will affect those teams moving forward?
Oh, well, how about we just do some early grading on the curve, okay?
Okay.
We'll grade on a curve. So the A right now goes to Oregon State. I don't even think there's any even question about it. I don't know if they're going to upgrade long term, but I like the prospects of it. I think Riley and Anderson as game coaches are both solid, but what I really like about Anderson, and nobody's talked about this, is over the last 15 years, Wisconsin never cracked the top 30 in a recruiting class. Never did. Okay, he did it last year. He was on pace for top 25 this year. This guy not only can coach, he's a really good recruiter. And he's very aggressive, and I think Oregon State really needs that. They just passed a ton of money, like $35 million, to upgrade their facilities. To bring in a recruiter like that, I think is very critical. So I'd give him an A. B right now to Nebraska. I like Riley from the standpoint that he is a gambler. He's kind of a Les Miles type where he takes calculated risks throughout games. I think it gives Nebraska a much higher ceiling to win 10, 11 games in a season. You're also going to get some roller coasters, some downside to it where you just shake your head and go, whoa, what just happened? How did we lose that game? But overall, I think it's going to be a more fun ride with Riley and a whole lot fewer F-bombs. And speaking of F, I'll give that to Wisconsin right now. Okay.
Ooh.
Chris at Pitt, he is the Kirk Ferentz of the ACC in the last 3 years. Just give him.
That's like the worst insult you can give to anybody.
Oh, I can give a lot worse.
You call him Larry Fedora, right?
Did you hear me mention
He's a Kirk
Charlie
Ferentz
Weiss?
hater, though. I mean, he hates
Charlie Weiss.
No. Larry Fedora, now that's bad. That's being mean right there. Ferentz, he is consistently subpar. I really like him because you give him a talent and you say, here's your schedule, and you know he's going to underperform it. It's like clockwork. I love it. And the same thing with Chris. Give him talent, going to underperform it like clockwork. I like trends. I like consistent trends, good or bad. Okay, now, Chris going with the Wisconsin Berries, I'm not sure if that's going to hurt him that much because the culture, everything that's in place, I really feel is a trickle-down thing. It's Barry's thing first. And so as long as Paul just listens to what Barry's telling him to do, I think they're okay. But if he transfers over what he did at Pitt, if what he did at Pitt transfers over to Wisconsin, Wisconsin's going to be dropping an extra game or two per season because of him.
I know that this is you probably know this off the top of your head. You probably don't have the exact number, but a lot of people around here said, how can Nebraska fire Bo Pelini? He won 9+ games 7 years in a row. What did you have for Bo Pelini as a coach efficiency rating, though?
It was negative. It was about -1 game per season. But you gotta understand is with Nebraska in that division and with their schedule, they're a mid-20s recruiter. Okay, and virtually everybody they play, they out-recruit 10 to 11 teams a year. You give Oklahoma State or Oklahoma Nebraska's schedule over the last couple of years, anything less than 10 wins. I mean, go look at the schedule right now. Look at this year. They played Miami at home. Then their 3 toughest games after Miami at home were at Wisconsin, at Iowa, and at Michigan State. and everything else was garbage, absolute garbage. You know, if you are, you know, a Cowboy or Sooner fan, you look at that schedule, and if that's yours, you'd be disappointed for less than 10 wins, wouldn't you?
Probably.
And to do it year after year, you know, I mean, this was an 11-win season. You got a 9-win coach. Same thing last year. I think the two big problems that we ran into is the schedule kept getting easier, and there weren't more wins. Okay. The other thing is the program was just flatlined. It was stagnated. People were becoming disinterested because there was no pop to it. You know, there was plenty of opportunity there, but in my opinion, Pelini, the opposite of Riley, Pelini never took a risk. He played not to lose. And not only is that a boring brand of football, but it really doesn't give you an opportunity for that breakout season. And so with Riley, I think you're changing some of that stagnation, and you're taking a risk that he can call a game and be aggressive and get them that 10-11 win season. You look at their schedule next year, all those teams everything I just rattled off, they have the same 8 easy teams, but they have Miami on the road. We know Al Golden stinks. And you get Wisconsin at home with the new head coach. You get Michigan State at home, and you get Iowa at home. Look at that thing. You can't tell me that doesn't have 11 wins written all over it for most teams that recruit in the top 25 in the country.
Dave Bartoo with us, CFBmatrix.com. That was like sex for college football fans right there, what you just gave, Bartoo. That was just, I mean, they need a cigarette. They totally need a cigarette. All right, let's do a couple of these games here. A couple of these bowl games, just rapid fire. I'm just going to I know you're kind of ready for anything I give you, so I'm going to cherry pick a couple of them because I doubt
Joe can hit the curveball.
That's right. I don't know because I don't know what's going to happen next week in terms of if we're going to call you whatever. We haven't really hashed it out, and it's the day after Christmas. So, all right, let's do Utah and Colorado State.
All right. Well, with this football game, I really love Utah in this one. Okay, and it doesn't hurt that McElwain's gone. Now, I don't have any numbers.
Would you have still liked them before McElwain left?
I would have, but I'd have been a lot more excited about this football game because I really like what McElwain did. You know, his big game this year on the road at Boston College, beating Steve Adazio, huge win. That was really a big win. And for McElwain, in his last 2 years, he never lost to a team that he out-recruited. So he was super consistent, okay? But with Utah, there's a few things I really like about Utah. Number one, they do have their head coach. Colorado State doesn't, and Utah's head coach happens to be really good. Inside the numbers, I like Whittingham. Before he came to the Pac-12, he outperformed the talent. As soon as they announced they were going from the Pac-12, they went from a mid-50s, high 60s recruiter. Now they're into the mid-30s. They have much higher talent stratification now. And with Whittingham, you also get consistent winning there. So I like the coaching. From a talent standpoint, I think Utah has a lot more talent. And then when you look inside the numbers, what these teams have done this year against teams over 500, I think the big thing is with Colorado State, they don't have a running game. It's all pass, 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 pass. And with Utah, we know their front four is wicked at stopping the run to try to force you into being one-dimensional passing. If there's one guy, if you're going to watch this football game, one guy to watch, Utah, defensive end, Nate Orchard. I think he and the quarterback for Colorado State are going to have a nice, cozy face-to-face relationship in this football game. And Utah's only having to give up 3.5 points on the spread. One of my favorite against the line numbers for all the bowls out there. I'm taking the Utes and 3.5 to cover and win.
Beautiful. Todd and I are head-to-head in that game.
Explain to him, though, why we're head-to-head.
Well, Todd is 0 for his last 9 against the spread. He was 25-13, 25-14 overall, lost 9 in a row. So now he's 25-23, and so everything he is feeling, he is going against. So
you're going the anti-Todd betting.
He's right. He's fading himself.
I like Utah, just like you guys. So I'm fading myself and going with Colorado State.
That's right. All right, let's pick a couple more here. I don't know. I want to get one that you're interested in at least, Bartoo. BYU.
Oh, no,
Memphis.
I'm interested in all of them, and I broke down all 38 bowl games on my site too. All the numbers, everything I was thinking. It's all the audios there as well. Let's go to I love upsets. You know that. I love upsets.
Oh yeah.
And when I ran the numbers, one of them, because what I did is now we have 12 to 13 games for every team. So what I did is I took out all of their stats against teams they played that were 500 or lower. So it's actually stats against decent teams. And one of them that jumped off the page that kind of surprised me is Marshall -10 against Northern Illinois. Marshall against teams that are above 500 this year, they are not that good. They don't perform that well. And Northern Illinois against above 500 teams, man, they have been on an absolute hot streak, especially the last 3 weeks heading into the end of the season. Northern Illinois is playing great. They got a better coach. I like Carey way over Holiday. Their numbers, especially on the defensive side, Northern Illinois' defense is remarkably consistent versus Marshall. Marshall against the run and against the pass against above 500 teams is subpar. I like Northern Illinois +10. But I think this is my one huge double-digit upset shot. I'm taking Northern Illinois to flat-out upset Marshall in the bowl game.
Ooh, because Marshall against good teams is what again?
Not so good.
No. There it is. Yes. We wanted the sound effect. All right, let's find one more juicy one here before Christmas.
I got one for him before Christmas.
All right, go ahead.
How about Navy and San Diego State in the Poinsettia Bowl?
Oh, man. Okay. You got a really good coach. Coach Ken at Navy. I can't even pronounce his last name.
Wait a minute. Bartoo, you sounded disappointed that he gave you that game.
That's a lame game, dude.
I love Navy.
San Diego State's
Navy.
Playing at their home stadium. Rocky Long is not a good coach. He coaches these guys down. Coach Ken at Navy coaches them up. You know, is San Diego even going to be excited about playing this game in their backyard? I have no idea. This is one of those things where it's like, well, is it a home game or do they not care about it game? But the talent gap for me, San Diego State, much better in terms of overall talent than Navy. They have a coaching disadvantage. Navy has the coaching advantage here. You look at their numbers year to date, Navy really didn't play much of a schedule at all compared to the teams that San Diego State played above 500, in my opinion. You write out all the numbers. It's got Navy by about a point, but I'm going to go back to less travel distance, home field, a whole lot better talent. I'm going with what got me here, and that's really focusing on talent-based analytics. And so I'm taking San Diego State in that snoozer of a game. The only thing that'll make it fun is if you actually got money on it.
Let me try again. Can I have one more try?
Throw another.
How about NC State and Central Florida in the St. Petersburg Bowl?
You're killing me, bro.
Oh, that was terrible.
You don't even have to break it down, Dave.
No. It's two good coaches so far this year. O'Leary, actually, UCF. All the games that I picked for them to win and lose at the beginning of the season, like I do for every team, I was 12-0 on UCF.
Really?
12-0. And believe me, it's hard to do that. That only happened 5 times out of all 128 teams this year. So. I like NC State in this one because I do believe they're a little bit more talented of a team, and they've been consistent this year. They really haven't lost to this profile of a team. So my money is on NC State to win that. And if you're in a confidence pool, I'd put that maybe that'd be a bottom half confidence kind of game.
All right,
see, Zach was going to give you Western Kentucky and Central Michigan.
I'd reach to the phone and choke him.
You're getting next Friday off. So let's do. Can you break down real quick for us? Because I guess we would not talk to you again until maybe right around. Maybe we'll try to get you on.
We can try like Tuesday of next week.
Yeah,
to get some of those after Christmas bowl games.
Yeah, maybe. I want to see. All right, give us a little nugget on Oklahoma Clemson, and if we talk to you again before then, we'll break it down further.
Me off trying to pick it.
Why?
Actually, it opened as a pick at Vegas.
Why does it make you mad?
Because I'm so disappointed in the Sooners. If you said, Dave, who's your most disappointing team this year? Oklahoma. Not even a question. Not even a blink. I'm so mad at what they had and what they let go this year. And so I don't know what I'm going to get because they're more talented than Clemson. Clemson lost their offensive coordinator, which is no big deal because Clemson's offense sucked this year. Their defense is great. Am I going to get Oklahoma first half Oklahoma State or second half Oklahoma State? I have no idea. And then that's what's confusing about it because I look at the numbers year to date for Oklahoma. They're really solid. Offensively and defensively, the efficiency numbers are good, but the record doesn't really reflect the numbers. It's very confusing that way. I went with the Sooners in this one, okay, because I think they have a better coach in Stoops. I feel they have more talent than Clemson. Clemson is entirely one-dimensional. it's a pure defense team. I mean, you're talking top 10 against efficiency against the rush and pass, but their offense is zero. So I'm expecting low scoring. If I could get Clemson like +7, +7.5, because they're going to try to keep it close. I think they'll keep it close, but they just don't have the firepower to win this football game, and that's why I'm taking the Sooners in this one.
Hi, buddy. You have a great holiday. If we don't talk to you, we'll work something out. You have a great holiday.
Yeah, just give me a call on a weekend. As long as I haven't had too many beers, we can pre-record. Actually, it might be fun if I had too many beers.
That would be fun.
We do that every day before the show.
Yeah, we crack them open during.
Yeah, well, next year weed's legal in Oregon, so we can have all sorts of fun. Just for everybody out there listening as well, is our digital publishing arm of the company. We're putting out bowl guides for fans. Just unbelievable amount of information. I will make sure that Oklahoma State's game and Oklahoma's game are up on the website in the next 48 hours so people can start digesting it. They're about 70 to 80 pages long, all on your PC, your tablets, or your phones. Just unbelievable amount of information for fans that just can't get enough information.
CFBmatrix.com is where you get all that. CFBmatrix.com. He has broken down every bowl game. It's already up there. And then get one of the digital magazines as well. CFBmatrix.com. And tell him thank you on Twitter at CFBmatrix. We always tell people to do that. I don't even know. You might not get any thank yous, but
oh no, let's see here. What do I got? I got a Polk fan that just followed me.
There you go.
Yep, Bradley just fired it up.
What up, Bradley?
Bradley?
All right,
there you go.
At CFB Matrix, say thanks to Dave Bartoo. We appreciate it, buddy.
Take it easy, guys.
All right, man.